Hi guys, and welcome to Stock Management System developed using C++ Builder. And let me show you guys how this works. Right here, the details of Sammy Moore can be found on this table right here. There we go, that's Sammy Moore. And if you want to add more details, all you just need to do is to click on Add, or you can navigate with this if you want. Okay, let's click on Add. And right in here, select whatever product you want, enter how many of those you would like. Order date, you can enter your order date, and if you want to change any of the valid date there, like the valid from this very day, and the order can expire maybe, let's say, in about a couple of days time. Is it on sales? Do you want any discounts? VAT, yes. And here, let's say you're paying by debit card and it's a Visa debit card. Order number, customer details or customer ID, then the name of customer, let's say it is Felix Frogner. And Mr. Frogner lives in number 19 Lincoln Way. There we go. All we then need to do is to add it all up and just hit on total there. Now let's see the details of Mr. Felix Frogner. If you come in here, we should be able to see the details of Felix Frogner right there. Now let's go back in here, and we can even go straight into the database, and right there, those are the details of Felix Frogner. So I'm going to minimize that. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take you guys straight into C++ Builder, and we'll put one of these together. And let's start a new tutorial. I'm going to start by clicking on Create New Window VCL Application. Just right here, just click on that, or you can always go to File and select New Windows VCL Application. The choice is yours. There we go. Your development environment is ready. You see this, your form. Come right down here and let's change the height. I'm going to make that about 788, and the width I'm going to make that 1400. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is come right here. You see the palette? Now right in there I need a page control. Just type in page control. There we go. That is it right there. Grab hold of it, dump it right there. There. Now you can extend or expand the page control as you want. Once you're satisfied with the size of your page control, just right click on your page control and select new page. There. Okay, now I'm going to select it, and let's come into the properties where we have new page so that I can give that a name right there. No, not that. I think it's the caption. So I'm going to change the caption to invoice. Shall we go for invoice details or system, whatever? Invoice details. There we go. Now just right click on it again and select new page. Inside the caption, let's give that a name. I'm going to call that, let's say, stock control. There we go. Now the next thing we want to do is come right here inside the palette and let's select label. T label. Grab hold of T label, just dump it right there. I'm also going to grab hold of combo. Not this very combo box. The one I need I should be able to use that with my database. This Veron TDB combo. Just drag that, drop it there. Very good. Now I'm going to increase the size of these two components. And before I do that, I might as well grab hold of text editor as well. Yeah, there we go. That is it. Grab all of that, just dump that in there. So the three components, select it all, and let's come right here where we have the font. I'm going to make that font about 22 there. Okay, now we're ready. So let's drag this that much, and now this very one here, let's change the details of that to, let's look for the caption for that label. There it is. Change that to product ID there. Okay, now paste this here underneath that. Now copy the product ID, Control C, Control V, paste. And now copy both, Control C, Control V, paste. Now select it all and paste. We have 4. Copy, paste again. Okay, that's good. Now let's add just one more. I need about 10 here. Control C. There we go. There. Now, before I go any further, let's save this first. Let's go straight to File, Save Project As, and now I'm going to come right in here. Let's create a folder, call that CPP stock control. Alright, that's fine. I will click on that, and I'm going to give this a name. Stock control. Right. Now save that. And save that as stock control as well with an S. And save this as stock controllers, and that is it. The file is all saved now. Very good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just going to copy these two, 1 and 2, Control C, and paste it right somewhere here. There we go. Let's minimize this for now. I'll repeat the same thing for this because I just intend to copy a lot of them. Okay, now one more. Copy, paste. Right there. Now I'm going to delete this. And let's grab hold of, copy that, paste that here. Got a combo box there. Okay, that's good. And now I'm going to add either a group, something to group it together, or a panel. Okay, let's come here and just look for something to group. That's a T group box, and just dump that there. Okay, so let's come in here. The color is white. Let me try and change that color and get rid of the data on it. And here you see where we have, let's go for background color. I think this might be it. Let's see. Yeah, that's it, but I'm going to change it to something, yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. Alright, that's good enough for me. So I'm just going to paste that somewhere here. and just realign it. And I might as well copy it because I'm going to need one more underneath here. Just bring it down, screw right down, and drag it down, and all the way here. That's where I'm going to add my buttons. Okay, that's good. Alright, and let's bring this right down. Okay, that's alright for now. Now the next thing I'm going to do is maybe copy this again and just paste it right in there, but I'm going to have to reduce that. This is it here. It's a little bit very... I'm going to change the color so that you guys can see it. Come right in here and change that color. Let's look for some other color. I don't think I like the sky blue. I'm going to change it back to the color that it was. Let's change this back to what it was and bring this back to money green. There we go. Okay, so let's copy this, copy that, and no, let's copy both. Copy and paste it right in there. Let's make sure it's there. And that's the other one. Okay, we need 2 more of those. Hold on to control click, paste, and 1 more, paste, there. Alright, so looking the way I want, just bring it down a little bit. Okay, and right up here I'm going to need 3 of those. First of all, copy this, copy and paste it right here. Now I need 2 of this. 1, 2, copy, paste it in there. Okay, then let's copy this, copy that, and let's paste it right up here. And I'm going to need 1, 2, copy and paste, drag it way here, and I need 2 more, paste and drag it again, there. Okay, the interface is coming up, although it's going to need a little bit of readjustment. Now let's copy this, copy and paste it right in here. And repeat the same thing for this. There. Now we need buttons. I think it's called T button, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Click, drag, drop it here. I'm going to need just 2 of those anyway. 1 and 2. 1, copy and paste. 2. Select both and let's increase the font size to maybe about 72 font. Let's go for font 72. And in here change this to exit. Let's go up here somewhere. Yes, caption exit. And the variable name, that's going to be btn exit. And I'm going to call this one total, so that will be btn total. And the display name, that will be total. There we go. Very good. Save that. I'm just going to run it. I want to see how it looks. Okay, this is how it's looking. The form is not even aligned. And here I'm going to need a navigator here. So end that, and let's come right here. We need the navigator. Still a lot of work to be done. Let's move all of these up. And this. Then navigator is somewhere here. So let's get hold of the, I think it's called TNAV, something like that. Okay, let's just type in navigator. There we go, that's it. Bring it here. I can always adjust that. Where is it? And just drag. There. Okay, now here change that to tax, and the component right in front of it, that's going to be DBE tax, the name, the variable name, DBE tax. The next one is subtotal, so we change that to, let's look for the name, subtotal, and that's the one right in front of it would become DBA subtotal. That'll be the variable name right here. There we go. And this is going to be known as total. And this very one will become DBE total. There. So that is sorted. Now this one here, let's change that to product name. Product name. The one right in front of it, that's going to be DBE product name. There we go. And so on, guys. So I'm going to have to speed that up, the naming and the rearrangement of the whole interface. But before I do that, you see the form is not aligned. Let's select the form first. Hold on, just click on the form, and we need, you see where it says align, click on that, drop it down and select top. Okay, so save that. If I run it now, the form should be aligned right at the top. There we go, look at that. So guys, I'm just going to speed up the naming, then I'll get back to you shortly. Okay guys, I've finished rearranging the whole system, and I've also included all the names. So as you know, whatever label name you see in here, that's the name for each of the input components. Okay, now let's do one thing. The next thing we want to do now, we now need to get the data connectors or database connectors. But before then, let me go straight into where I have my database, and let's open that up. I have my database in here. I'm going to copy that very database. That is it. Just copy that and come right inside my project here, paste the database right in here. There. So I'm going to double click on that just to show you guys the content I have on the table. I have two tables in there, and I'm going to be making use of this very one, stock system, and this table is actually made available on the description area. So I'm going to exit out and just minimize that. By the way, I do need to know the location of this very table, so I'm going to select the database, hold on to the shift key, right click, and let's select copy path. You need that, so I'm going to minimize that. Now the next thing is, let's go straight into our palette here. Might as well pin that down because I'm going to need it. Where is it again? Pin it down. The first connector I need is ADO connection. This very one here. Grab hold of it. I'm going to dump it right here. Then the next one is going to be ADO table. There we go, that's it right there. Grab hold of that, dump it there. Very good. And finally I need data sort. There we go. Grab hold of that, just dump it here. Now let's start with the ADO connections. Okay, now come right here, the properties of ADO connector. You see where we have connection string, click on that, drop this down, and you see where we have builder or building, click on the building. Make sure the driver that you want to select is Microsoft 16 Access Database Engine. Select that. I am now going to click on next, and in here the part that you copied, paste it right in there. Make sure you get rid of the speech mark on it. There we go, get rid of that. Okay, to get this very part, all you need to do is make sure the database is selected, hold on to the shift key, right click, and select copy part. Okay, now once that is done, you can get rid of the admin. If you want to try it out, just click on test. You can see it's successful. Click on OK. Now the next stage is, you see the blank password, uncheck that, and here where we have advanced, click on advanced. This is very important for you to be able to read and write onto the database. So uncheck this and select read write. Click on OK there, and right here click on OK as well. You now have your database connected. But it's not finished yet. The next thing is, you see where we on the properties where we have login prompt, uncheck that. Okay, once that is sorted, now let's go to ADO table. Click on ADO table. Inside the ADO table, we now want to select the database that we've connected. That is it right here. Click on that. You can also just connect it right from scratch if you want, but it's already addressed to the ADO connection one. After that, you see where we have active, make sure that is true. But before you do that, it does need a table name. Okay, it's now asking me for the table name. Scroll right down here. You see where we have table name, drop it down, and let's select the table. Okay, stock system, that's the one I intend to use. Now let's go back to active. Now check that, you see it's now true. That is good. Now for the data source, click on the data source, the source of the data, that is going to be the ADO table. There, you now officially linked your database. Okay, now that that is sorted, we now need to link every single component in here. Let's select this very first one here, pro.id, select that. Come right here, you should be able to see data source. Click on the data source. The data source is going to be data sort 1, and the field in there, that's going to be pro.id. There we go. If you want to speed up the whole process, you can select every single component and just attach data source 1 to them. Select it all, and in that case the data source is just going to be data 1. There we go. Data source connected to each of the components. The only one that is left now is just for us to enter the fields. So select this, product name, come in here where we have data field, click on that, select product name. Next one is description. In that we need description, followed by stock level, reorder level, okay, drag that down. Okay, as you can see, the data source is already attached to it. Now out of stock, and look for the field that is called out of stock. Number of order, the cost, select cost, reorder date, action. Then we have valid from, select valid from, reminder. Then we have order ID. Order ID is there, that's fine. Customer ID. Then we have first name, surname, address, date ordered. Okay, payment method, we have that. Let's check our VAT is there, discount is there, and here number of item, there. Then item ordered, there. Sales, on sales, expired date, date expire. There we go. Every single component is now linked to the database. Save that. Let's run it and see. Click on run. There we go. Look at that. Because I already have some data in there, and that's why we see all of this information. Okay, let's exit out now. I'm going to select this navigator here, and we also need to link that straight to the database. Look at the data source of the navigator, select that and select data source 1. I believe the other 3 components here, they are not linked as well. So let's link them up. Select it all, and you see where we have data source. I'm going to select data source 1 as well. Now select each of those components, the tax, and you see where we have data field. I'm going to select tax there. Now subtotal, click on that. Let's look for subtotal. There we go. And total, let's look for the total as well, right there. Okay, now every single component here is officially linked. Now let me go back in here. You see right here where I'm talking of the stock control, this very area, I'm going to add a table in there. So let's just look for a table. The table that I'm looking for is known as TDB grills. There we go. Grab all of that and just paste it right in here. Okay, now I'm just going to extend it to cover the whole interface of this tab right there, and bring it down. Now let's come straight to the data source while this grid is selected. There we go, that's the data source. Click in there and select data source 1 there. If you notice, I only have the very first column here, and let's scroll down. I just want to see the width of that column. Look at it, it's 1313 just for this very column there. but that's no problem. The easiest way out is right click on the grid itself and let's select column editor. Once you select the column editor, you see right here we have add all fields. Select it all, and now I'm going to select all of the fields. Just bring it down. I'm going to select it all. Hold on to the shift key. Select it all. Now let's come right here. You see here, I'm just going to change that to about, let's go for 80. Press enter. There we go. Look at it. Every single column is now displayed. So I can now close this. So let's save that and run it and see how that's going to look like. Click on run. And right there, guys, that is my table right there. Okay. Alright, that's good. Now let's take care of this. Exit out. I'm going to come back in here. Let's take care of the exit button. This very one. Double click on the exit button. Right in there, I want to be able to exit out using message prompt. So I'm going to start by saying integer I exit, and my I exit is going to be equals message dig. So that is going to be post, and what I want it to post, I'm going to call it, let's say confirm if you want to exit. Alright, so come out of it, enter a comma. Now I'm going to say empty confirm, no, empty confirmation. Add another comma, and I'm going to enter MB. Yes, let's do that underneath here. Press enter. MB yes, that's one of the conditions. Yes, no, yes or no, comma, and I want it in the following coordinate. Let's make that about 400 by 400 where it's going to appear, comma, MB yes. MB yes is the expected selection. Okay, enter semicolon. Now that that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use an if statement. If I exit, if it's equals ID yes, then all I just want the system to do is just to close. Enter parentheses and there. Okay, that is it all done, but I seems to have an error here. Okay, that's meant to be L, is not I, sorry. Lowercase l, that is it right there. Message DLG post. Okay, I'm going to save that. And let's click on run. Just see how that's going to look like. There we go, look at that. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So that is brilliant. That works as we want. Now the next thing I'm going to do, right here, right underneath T form and pointer to form 1, I'm going to declare the following arrays. So right underneath here, let's declare a global array. It's going to be a double, and I'll just call it product. Why not? Product, and give it maybe about 8. If I need more, I will go for more. So that is my array declared in there. Okay, my array is taken care of. Now let's go back to my design here. You see right inside the design, every single one of these combo box that I have in here, when I run the system, I want them to display list. So to do that, I'm going to double click on the form, load inside the form load itself, and that is the form load. Void fast call from create is called. So the very first one is going to be for the, I think it's called DBC product ID. Then I'm going to point that to items, then point, ask it to point again to add, and the very first content I would like it to add is, I'm going to say select product ID. Close that up. There we go. That's my very first one. So I need 6 orders. There we go. Now here that's going to be, let's go for PID 036. There's a 6501. Now the rest will be 02 and so on. So copy that, paste that in there. That is 2. This will be 3, 4, 5. There. So I've just assigned some values onto the combo box. I'm going to run it. Just want to see how that's going to look like. Let's come in here. Once the form loads up, those values should be displayed. There we go. There they are. So I can select whatever, and these values I'm also going to make reference to them. Now let's go in here and see the next one. The next one that we change. Okay, let's change this and this. This one is called order. Let's see, name. There we go. That's the name. And the other one is called customer, whatever. Okay, back in the codes. I think that's the code. Come right down here, paste, and just grab hold of all of these and paste that right here, and change this to select. That should be select order ID, something like that. Okay, let's change that to order ID. Alright, so select order ID, copy. I need about 5 as well. There we go. Now let's do one for customer. This one will be customer ID. Right, so let's enter the ID for order. Order ID, I'm going to make that ORD 09011. Let's start with that. Now copy and change the rest around. There, that'll be 2, 3. That's 4. And we need one more. That's 5. There we go. Now for the customer, so let's change this one to CUST. That's for customer. Copy this, 5 as well. Okay, so let's make up something for customer. I'm going to call that CID 120, maybe 701. So change the rest around as well. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have one for, I know this discount. That one will be, let's change this to discount. The discount, let's start with the first value of 0. And this is 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. There we go. Discount is taken care of. So that's 4 in total. Let's run it. I think there's about 3 more to take care of. Let's just see how this is going to look like. Alright, this is fine, and this is taken care of as well. This is taken care of. Discounts, that is fine. Now we need to take care of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, this one is going to be yes, no, whatever. Okay, let's come down here, exit out, back in here, paste, and that is going to be VAT. That's going to be yes or no. Yes, and the next one is going to be no. Then we have, let's say, over 60, over 65, no VAT. Alright, now what is, let's take care of sales. There's one supposed to be known as no sales. No sales is going to be on sale, and the next one will be no sale. Okay, we just have 2 conditions there. No sales. Okay, now we need to take care of, close this, paste. That will be account type. Okay, I think okay, that's correct. Account type, so we can just enter select account type in there. Account type, and the account type can be as follows. So we can call this credit account, something like that. Debit account. And let's make up something, customer's account and whatever. Yeah, customer account, then we can call this commercial account, something like that. Right, so that is done, and we now need to look up method of payments. Paste, that will be pay method here, that will be the name, pay method. So pay method can be, let's say, change this one to payment method. So the payment method would be, let's say the first one can be cash. next is going to be, let's say, Visa card, and maybe MasterCard, and debit card. Okay, let's say debit card here. Alright, I think I'm done with that. So every single combo box, have a good look at that inside the form load. Once the form load up, all of the following will be loaded onto the various combo box. Save and run. Let's see how that's going to look like. There we go, look at them. That's fine. Alright, looking good, guys. It's all working. That is good. And we can even navigate with the navigation bar now. Exit out. We now need to take care of one thing, the total. Because when we select new, add whatever, we should be able to click on the total to give us the tax, subtotal, and so on. So exit out. Yeah. And let's take care of the total now. Come right here. Oh, look at this action. Let's see action. I'm going to grab all of actions, double click on the form load before I take care of the total. Then underneath here, I'm going to say action. And there for the action, I'm going to enter default value in there. Let it point to text. Now just say the default value is going to be no update. When the form loads, it will say no update. And that is action. There. This is for the total. So if you guys want to see that, I'm going to double click on total. There we go. Right here inside the total, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare the following variables. So let's make that double. I tax, comma, and I, let's say discount. There we go. And if you guys can still recall, I did declare a global array. So I'm going to call product. So let's say product. The first one is 0, and that is going to be equals. We need to convert to string whatever we have inside the system. Convert string to floats. And what am I converting? I'm actually converting DBA number of order point to string. Close that. This should be a pointer. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Close that again. And why do we have this? Let's see. So let's change this to uppercase T. There we go. Okay, so I've got the first one. So whatever that is entered in here is stored right inside array number 1. Back to total. Now for array number 2, I'm going to copy this. Paste. So array 1, this one is 0. Array always start from 0. So the next one is going to be stock level. There, whatever we have inside stock level is stored inside product number 1. Now I want to assign all of this. So to do that, let's do one more thing. I'm going to declare another here. I'm going to call that C total, and I will now say C total is going to be equals product 1 subtract by product 2. Product 1 subtract by product 0, I mean. There we go. That's C total. Now that has to be stored inside the remainder. Okay, I'm now going to say string. I can just call that remainder. Let's say I remainder. That will be equals float to string, and what I will float into string? Total. There. We've just converted whatever we have inside C total to string. So I remainder will now be stored into this very component here, and it's called DBE remainder. So just copy the name. So which means I subtract this from this, whatever is remainder is stored in here. So back into my total again, come right down here, paste that in there, and that is going to be text equals I remainder. There, semicolon. So if I run it now, I should be able to at least get a result for that. Let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so we need to subtract this from this. Click on that. Let's see. Now back in here and see why. Okay, check this out. Look at this. I haven't changed that really, so that should be 0. Okay, let's try that one more time. Run. Hit and total. There we go. So that is working fine. Okay, exit out. Now to take care of the rest of the calculation, you see here in the under design, you see this one, discount is going to dictate the tune of everything. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my total in here, double click on total, and right underneath here I'm going to now use I discount. Let's paste this one there first. This guy here, I discount, copy that, paste it here. Is going to be equals as follows. But it has to be converted though. So let's convert this to, that will be string to text. So grab hold of all of this, paste it here, close this up there. Okay, so whatever value you select inside the discount is stored right in here. Now we can then do some calculation in there. So I'm now going to grab hold of, let's grab hold of 1 and 2. No, number of order. Grab hold of that, paste that in there. It's stored in here. Let's make that 2. Then we also need the cost. paste, that will be 3, and this will become cost. Okay, so we have array product 2 and product 3. Now we want I discount that is going to be the product 2 and 3. Yeah, let's multiply this, paste, multiply by 3, then multiply that by I discount, this very one here, and divide it by 100. You might be wondering why have I used I discount again. If you like, you can change that variable, but it's all the same anyway. Okay, so we now have that ready for us to be used. Alright, so now let's go for product number 4. Product 4 is going to be all of this information about the high discount as well. Grab that, paste that in here, equals, paste. Then we just need to change one or two things. Get rid of this. We need to then subtract the discount from here. Okay, whatever we have in there minus the discount. That is fine. Now let's put together another one for product number 5. With the product number 5, we will use that to determine the tax. So this will be 5. Let's say tax equals product 4, this one, we multiply that by, let's assume the tax is 7.5, we divide it by 100. Alright, so close this up and this here. So that will give me the tax. Now this product 5 should go straight into the tax. Okay, when you look at it, this will be the subtotal and this will be the tax. This and this will give me total. So let's do one thing. I'm going to come down here now. Let's say DBE sub total point to text, that will be equals float. Let's look for float to whatever, grab hold of that, paste that in here, and that is meant to be 4. And this will be tax. Okay, put this in there. Then the next one is going to be that of the tax. We copy all of this, paste and paste. This will be tax, and the tax is going to be product 5. Why the total? That will be product 4 plus 5. There we go. There we go, guys. So let's try this out, and maybe I should even add pound sign first before trying that. Let's try it out first, then I'll add currency symbol on it. Let's see. Let's assume I select whatever in there and I have the following. Let's clear it out. Select something. Oh, there's nothing in there yet. Okay, let's just try this out. Okay, that is that working. Add this to this together and get that. Alright, that is fine. It's working. So I'm going to enter pound sign in there. The pound sign that you guys saw earlier, that is from the database itself. So don't worry about that. Okay, now that's that. That's correct. And there. Alright, so one other thing for the action. If the product inside the action, if is, I'm talking about this now. So underneath here, I'm going to say if C total, let's say if it's less than, let's say about 20, there, then action is going to be what? More product, order more product. There we go. Else no product required. Let's say no order required. There we go. Save that. So that's taken care of. Alright, so the total is all taken care of. Have a good look at the lines of code for the total. There we go. Now we then need to take care of the combo box. This very combo box determines what happened. So double click on that. So with the combo box, I'm going to start by saying if this combo box, put that in a bracket, point the text, if it's equals PID 036501, close that. Then we want the following. DBE cost dash total. Cost will be, let's say 15.5 there. Out of stock minimum, that would be, let's say about 5. So just copy this and change it around. Out of stock, maybe about 5. Then reorder stock. Reorder level, let's say it's going to be about 30, and stock level, let's say that's going to be about 400. Then next we have description. I'm going to call that white grain. and here product type, we're gonna call that maybe rice. Product name, I mean product name. Then we also have the next one is going to be products. No, that's going to be item ordered. Item ordered. Very good. Then we have, spin is 30, number of items. Number of items. Number of the items 30. Then number of order. Number of order, I want that to set focus. So let's say set focus. There we go. Let's see number of order. There's an error there. Let's check the name out. Number of order. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to grab hold of that and come right inside the codes. Number of order. Paste that in there. Paste. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just now copy these and just change it around and speed that up. Paste, paste, and just speed it up. Okay guys, all done now. That's the fifth one, the fourth one, third, and the second. And that's it. So I'm going to save that. Okay, and finally I'm going to add calendar here. You see where we have dates and so on. I'm just going to drag that much, and let's come in here and look for, I think it's T calendar, something like that. There we go. Grab that and just paste it right here. No, I'm going to delete that. I want it on the, let's go back in here. I want it right here. Here. Okay, do that again. See calendar. There we go. And I'm going to now change the size to something, okay, just about that. That is good. So that's the first one. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it here as well. Paste, bring that here. We're going to need that up here. And bring this here. Right, copy that again. I need it here. Paste. Yeah, that's fine. And I also need one here. Let's copy and paste. Bring it here. Now I have all my calendar in place. That is good. So move this here like this. And bring this and these. Bring them to the edge. Right. So when I run it, what I want the system to do is whatever I select, you go into each of those components. So let's see. But for now, there's not, it's nothing is going to happen. Okay, very good. If I select, I want the date to appear in here. Expires date, valid date, order date, and date order, reorder date and date order. So let's exit out. Okay, first of all, what's the name of this one? It's called, let's see the name, DBE expires. So grab hold of that. Now double click on this and paste that in here. Dash text, that will be equals the calendar 3. Copy, paste. I think that will be dash date. Okay, the first one is taken care of. I'm going to copy all of this. Now let's go for the next one. The next one is valid. Double click on that, valid from, paste that in there. That will be DBE valid from there. That's taken care of. We have 2. Grab hold of that. The next one here, that is date order, DBE date order. Double click on the calendar, paste that in there. This will be number 4. This will be date order. I think it's wrong. I can see an error. Let's see the date order. Yeah, it's just date order. Alright, this other one here, I did not enter the right calendar. It's number 2. I still have it as 3. Now the last one, that's the reorder date. Double click on that, paste. That's number 1, and that was meant to be reorder. Reorder date. Okay, so save that. Now run. Let's see. We can now enter our dates. Let's see the date in here. Yeah. Okay, let's start all over. We have the right date here. Enter that, whatever product. Okay, valid from, and here expires date, not on sales. Yes. Okay, Visa. And here do we have customer's detail, and the name is Dave Dance. Number 1, QAT way. Date. Okay. And no action yet. There we go. Look at that. And that is how you create your own stock management system in C++ using C++ Builder. So let's see. We should be able to see Dave Dance here somewhere. Let's scroll and check Dave Dance. There we go. Look at Dave Dance there. And it's also saved straight into the database itself. And let's check out the database. Open that up, and right there, that's Dave Dance. Okay guys, so with that, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. Suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. And you all have a nice day now. And bye for now.